Hello! This is Robot Kibble, and today I'm going to be showing off my latest 3D printed creation, JACQUES. Now for those who have been following my channel and tracking my progress on Instagram, you guys are already aware that I design and 3D print my own Transformers figures. This particular figure is one of 2 custom order figures that I have completed over the last 3 weeks and is available to purchase on my Etsy store. So for anyone who's interested, you can check the link in the description below for more information. I'm also creating this video to provide a complete overview of the figure itself from transformation, articulation, and the accessories that come with it. And while this figure is designed to be played with as if it were a mold-injected toy, I do need to emphasize that this is still a 3D printed product, so I do hold it upon myself to point out the various areas on the figure that require extra care and precaution when being handled. Now without further ado, let's move on to the transformation. Let's start things off by getting him into robot mode. The first step is to split the spoiler in 2. They connect via a post and slot. The spoilers are connected via a hinge. So let's go ahead and move them out of the way to create more clearance for the next steps. Next, we will want to detach the rear of the side panel from the front panel. Once detached, we can proceed to rocking this entire armature out of the way. Repeat this step for the other side. Doing this step will provide more clearance when transforming the lower legs of robot mode. Next, we will flip up the rear canopy to allow enough room to detach these 2 rear panels from the body. When doing so, please handle with care. Once detached, rotate them all the way up. And from there you can split them apart via the connection notch. When detaching, please handle with care. At this stage, let's remove the shoulder cannon. This will be mounted when in robot mode, but for now let's put this aside and complete the rest of the transformation. Next, we will fold these smaller panels inwards to compress the lower leg. Repeat this step on the other side. This next step will require a lot of care when handling. Gently slide this panel from one side to the next like so. Repeat this step for the other side. Let's move on to the next area. This section here will act as the heel support when in robot mode. Proceed to rotating this section 45 degrees. Please take note that this section will only rotate as far as 45 degrees, so do take care to not make any attempts to rotate it any more than that. We just want to create enough clearance to allow the rear wheel to rotate and fold within the lower leg. After that, proceed to folding the entire shin section into position before moving on to the foot. Next step, we will grab the foot and rotate 180 degrees. Once that is done, let's position this armature by rotating it 90 degrees, so that the back heel is flush with the wheel. Finish things off by folding the foot inwards. We now have one leg complete. Proceed the same steps for the other side. We now have the entire lower body complete. Next, we will rotate the entire lower half 180 degrees. Next, grab the front section of the side panel and gently rotate outwards. After that, grab the forearm to completely extend the arm out. Finish off this section by rotating the bicep. We now have one arm complete. Repeat the same steps with the other arm. Almost there. Let's proceed to fold the front section of the alt mode 90 degrees. At this stage, you don't want to completely fold the entire assembly down. Before doing so, fold the front wheels inwards. After that, you can proceed to folding the entire robot chest into position by tabbing this section into this opening. Finish things off by folding the front wings inwards to create the abdominals. For the finishing touches, proceed to sliding the shoulder cannon into position. And there you have it, Jacques in robot mode. Let's now cover all the articulation. This figure should have the necessary points of articulation to create some fairly dynamic poses. Starting with the head, you should be able to turn left and right, followed by up and down. Shoulders will allow you to swing the arms all the way around and to the side. You'll also find a bicep swivel along with double jointed elbows followed by wrist rotation. Moving down the figure, you will have hip rotation. Universal hips allow the figure to do a full split. By moving the front waist flap out of the way, the figure will do a front kick. And by moving the rear flap, he can also do a back kick. Knees allow for a 90-degree bend. Unfortunately, due to the nature of the transformation, I couldn't include a double jointed knee, but hopefully this won't hinder the overall articulation. We can finish things off with an ankle rocker, and while this figure has no other foot articulation, I don't think you'll need it for this figure. You can also position the shoulder cannon however way you want via this hinge joint. It's very important that for this section of the video, that I point out a few areas of the figure that will require extra care and attention when handling. As mentioned in the transformation demo, this hinge and sliding assembly must be handled with the utmost care. While I did everything I could to reinforce this part of the engineering, you still may risk breaking this section, if mishandled, or if too much force is applied. One other section of this figure when you will need to be mindful is the foot. Please be sure to manipulate the foot via the base of the heel strut, rather than the very end where the hinge is located. let's get him back to his F1 racer mode. Let's detach the shoulder cannon and leave it aside for now. Detach the chest at the abdominal section and proceed to folding this section out 90 degrees. You can then fold out the front wings and front wheels of the alt mode. Next step is to grab the shoulder and rotate the arm at the bicep. Proceed to folding the arm in itself at the double jointed elbow. Finish the step by swinging the entire assembly inwards like so. Repeat the same step on the other side, making sure the four arms connect via the tab and post. Rotate the rear canopy out to create clearance for rotating the lower section of the robot mode 180 degrees. We can now proceed to completely folding the front of the alt mode into position. This section does not tab anywhere but will securely position into place via friction. Over to the legs. Fold out the feet. Grab the sides of the lower legs and rock them forward to create some clearance for folding out and rotating the rear wheels outwards. Repeat this step on the other side. Don't forget to rotate the hinge of the heel strut 45 degrees to create the clearance needed to fold out the wheel. Next, while also remembering to be careful with this section, slide the shin panel to the side like so, and repeat on the other side. We can then proceed to connecting these two panels via the slot and tab. We can then connect these two panels via these tabs to these two holes. When connecting these panels, make sure they are both nice and flush. Clean things up by placing the rear canopy in place. Grab the rear section of the side panel and rotate to connect to the front sections as shown. Repeat this step on the other side. We can then grab the shoulder cannon and reattach to this section for storage by tabbing into place. We can then complete the transformation by rotating the rear spoilers into position and tabbing them into place. Alt mode complete. And this concludes our overview of this figure. This project has been a labor of love. I also would like to thank those who have placed orders on these figures on my online store. Your support, patience, and trust means the world to me. By the time this video has been published, these items should already be shipped to your locations. I hope you enjoy these figures as much as I have enjoyed building them. Please be sure to like, share, and subscribe for more updates. Thanks for watching.